Jan, Adam, Jan. A pleasure be speaking with you both. And I'll throw a two-parter at Jan first. I'll ask, how are you? And second, how many people are calling you Jan versus John today? What's the breakdown on that?
This is a good question. First, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm having a nice day despite it's been raining like all day, so it's very grey, stereotypically of London.
Hmm.
So a lot of friends do call me Jan, but it is a Vietnamese name, so the correct pronunciation is Jan. But so I spent some time in America, and I remember I told this kid my name is Jan, and he was about 5 years old. And everyone kept trying to correct him, and he was like, her name's not John, it's Jan. And so I just felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna tell people it's Jan from now on because I don't want to be called John in America. And
Well,
that's the story of that.
you're very open-minded, and I appreciate that. We'll come back to you in a second. But Adam, thank you as well for taking the time. You play Dan McLean in this. How much of Dan is there in you, the human being?
Hi, Darren. Nice to meet you. So you've seen episodes 1 through to 4, is that correct?
Maybe, maybe
Just
I maybe I've done my homework. Yeah.
yeah, maybe. Um, how much of Dan is in Adam? Huh. Not a great deal. There's a healthy distance between the two, I think, for the greater good of humanity.
Well, the follow-up to that is there's a really famous singer named Don McLean. Is there any irony or confusion in the fact that there's Dan McLean and Don McLean?
I don't know. That's new. That's new to me. You might have unearthed something that Anthony Horowitz was trying to hide in there. So
Subtext. Now,
yeah.
coming back to you,
Jan,
John,
Jan.
however we want to say it today. How much of Amy is there in you, the human being?
Um, Not much, honestly. What do you think, Adam? You know me quite well. How much of Amy is in me? Not
Um,
much. I
not not
do complain quite a bit, and I feel like she does that. But that's about it. I think
You're so much more capable than Amy.
I don't know how much to give away about her, in this, but yeah, I think I'm a lot more capable for sure.
For sure.
Um,
Sure. I
yeah.
mean, we've seen you in a variety of roles between Atlanta and EastEnders and all that.
Yeah.
Sometimes your roles are more capable than others, but was there a highlight for you in this particular series?
The highlight, I think, yeah. Well, this is like one of the biggest shows I've ever done. So I feel like I finally got like a real arc on a TV show. Uh,
Hmm.
and I quite liked all the action sequences I get to do in this because I don't often get to do that on other TV shows. So I think that was a bit different for me.
Well said. Adam, same question at you before I let you go. Personal highlight in the series?
Honestly, just being able to work with Jan on all of our scenes and being able to, there's so many secrets that we have, and what was really nice is that these characters, although they're established as a couple, they're still in a process of exploration about each other, and there's so much that they realize that they don't know about each other that
Sure.
could potentially be earth shattering. So, like, just being able to develop that and explore that with Jan was a real professional privilege for me personally.
Glad to hear there's a mutual appreciation society. And again, thank you both for your time. Congrats on the great work on the series.
Thank you, Darren.
Paltrocast.